You're looking live and down. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for Los Angeles, they've got Morris. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the center. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes.
Leonard doesn't give the defense time to react. His catch and shoot game is on point.
Middleton left side. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. No good off the back of the rim. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Morris finds Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The pass to George. Lays it up off the glass.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Holiday gets the bucket.
He's an explosive, athletic guard, and I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Leonard. Zubac kicks to Jackson. And the 3 off target. Bucks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Here's Giannis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And it's 6 points for Giannis.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here is George. Pass to Morris. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
And here's George for 3. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
1:43 left to play in the first quarter. Clippers trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Oh, boy, looks like he was injured there.
And, boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis has checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Rondo. Puts it up from 15. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
This guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Rondo looking over the floor. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out.
Here's Connaughton. Kennard covering. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Here is Forbes. And it goes down 2 points. Forbes has got his second basket.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Outside Rondo. That one no good. Great D that time from Portis. Here's Connaughton. And a miss there on the triple. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Beverly for three. And it's, yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
Earlier on, we ran.
I think the underdog story, started.
And Greg playing with a chip on his shoulder has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverly, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's Man in at the 3 slot. Here's Connaughton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Keeps it alive. Knocked away. Tucker the pass to Portis. Clock at 6. Pass to Tucker. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. Here's Nora. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And so it's Milwaukee now. Paul George missing from long range. And Tucker kicks to Forbes. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Teague's checked in for Milwaukee. And there's the pass to Nora. Back to Teague. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Portis, the pass to Teague. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Moment here now for an injury report. Now for an update on Antetokounmpo's injury. Let's go over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I caught up with Milwaukee's head athletic trainer, He told me it's a sprained elbow. Now, they put some ice on it, and they're hoping that he doesn't have any inflammation. He won't play any further tonight, obviously, and will be out for quite a while. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
There's no question, because even if you know what's wrong, individuals have different healing times. The time frames can be totally different for similar injuries. I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you, always has his head on a swivel.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Aston Worrell. Portis against Zubac. On the left block. And the Bucks miss again. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Milwaukee in the lead. 1:36 left in the second quarter. And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Holiday against Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Lopez. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And Los Angeles with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Marcus Morris. Batum comes in for George. And it's Luke Kennard in for Reggie Jackson. The Bucks also with the sub. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Outside Rondo. Outside for Batum. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Pass break, Milwaukee. The finish. That shot off. Good D by Rondo. LA's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Yes, that goes in.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Right side Holiday. 35 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Middleton kicks to Holiday. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Back to Holiday. To the middle. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. Thanks for joining.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
On the court for the Bucks, they've got Dante DiVincenzo. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center. Now, here is George. And the wide open shot from Morris. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's DiVincenzo. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. DiVincenzo's got his first 2 points of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Zubac finds Morris. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Middleton outside. Pass to Tucker. Back to DiVincenzo. High post Lopez. Shoots over Zubac. Stolen by Jackson. For the finish. And Morris throws it down.
Well, this is why it helps to have a big man capable of sprinting the floor. Marcus Morris solid at getting to the right spots.
Now here is Holiday. From deep. No good on the shot. The Clippers in the lead. Now here's Jackson. The putback. Rebounded by Tucker.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Lopez against Leonard. Lopez, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Middleton on the wing. Unloads. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Leonard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Leonard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And the best part of that sequence wasn't Holiday's steal, but his quick decision to push the ball and start the break. That's when the D's most vulnerable, and he took advantage.
Now, here's George. 7 points in the game, and he recovers it. Here's Zubac. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. .107 left here in the third quarter. Here's Portis. Milwaukee the rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Beverly. It's deflected. And here they come. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
Bucks another fast break opportunity here. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. That one falls. Kennard's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly making it easy for his teammate to score.
Pass to Portis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's Oturu, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Milwaukee on top as they end the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Batum. Rajon Rondo is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now, here's Kennard. Back to Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. Lopez with the block.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Here's DiVincenzo. Lopez left side. Right side, Portis. It's stolen by Rondo. Shot from 12. Beverly finds Rondo. Left side, Batum. Back to Rondo. Three-pointer. Again, Rondo missing. Bucks leading by 5. Here's DiVincenzo. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And the Clippers call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's George. Count that one.
That's not an easy play. Paul George is an extraordinary player. Keeps his eye on the bucket at all times.
Milwaukee leading by 5. There's the pass to Noro. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Portis. Count that bucket. Portis has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Right side, George. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, just solid work in the painted area. Paul George, quality look, excellent decision.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Antetokounmpo kicks to Connaughton. Misses the 3. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Leonard, and finished off by Leonard.
Let's remember, this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Jackson. Down low. Here's Portis. That shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Bucks leading by 3. Here's DiVincenzo. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, tremendous intimidation and shot blocking by Kawhi Leonard. How nice is that?
Here's Holiday. Middleton. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Here's George. DiVincenzo with the rebound. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting well here in the 4th quarter, 50%. Leonard against Middleton. Tipped away. Leonard with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Holiday surveying the floor. Five to shoot. Portis in the post. Leonard's there. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 5.
Doesn't matter what point of the game. Stress, pressure. Brook Lopez makes it anyway.
Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
You can see Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Passes it to DiVincenzo. To the left side wing. Portis against Cousins. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 3. 5 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
Here's George. Off target with that shot.
As a defender, Middleton can suffer.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for And the Clippers starting 5. They've got Morris, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Brooklyn, they've got Kyrie Irving. He's out there with Harden. Harris is out there with Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. Now here's Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver. You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Jumps up, and Morris throws it down.
Yeah, in this offense and in this structure, there's going to be opportunities to get a lot more assists for Cousins.
Harden outside. Back to Irving. Jordan at the elbow. Nets passing it around. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Here's George. That's tipped. Harden against Leonard. Harden can't hit.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Leonard with the steal. Harris against George. To the inside. Kicks it out to Leonard. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
Leonard hits them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Jordan, the pass to Irving. He dishes it to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
Clock is at 3. George with the ball. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Now here's Harden. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Left side, Irving. Pass to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, how about the power from DJ there, slamming it down.
Beverly looking around. Here's Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Irving. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Harden dishes to Irving over Beverly. Irving can't get it to go.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And the foul on Joe Harris. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Here's KD. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
We know Durant's difficult to slow down, but when he's penetrating like that, the defense just cannot deal with that length.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor. Now here's Rondo.
Zubats kicks to Rondo. Los Angeles with another miss. The Nets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now Rondo. Pass to Zubats. Outside Jackson. 20 feet out. Shot clock at 5. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the dunk by Zubats.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Outside Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Anticipating the contact there and toughness through that play, Durant is not afraid to attack the defense.
Now here's Jackson. Defense right on him. No good that time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nets lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Kyrie Irving is out there with Brown, and it's Green, and it's Durant, and it's Claxton in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Jackson from long range. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Kennard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers. Outside Durant. To the paint. Batum with the steal. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. The pass to Mann. Drops in the layup for 2.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Luwawu, the pass to Green. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Claxton. No good that time. Great D that time from Batum. Los Angeles leading by 4. Stolen by Durant. Pass to Luwawu. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Now, I don't know if you would consider this, but he's got such a nice touch around the rim. Maybe you foul him there?
And taken away by Brown. In transition, here come the Nets.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Jackson down low. He's covered by Brown. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. No good from Zubats. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. To the middle. Here's Batum. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Here is Durant after the basket by Los Angeles. Outside, Green. Inside, Brown the pass to Green. It's hauled in by Zubats. The Clippers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Kennard, and it's the Clippers scoring again. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. It's just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet.
Long arms, quick hands, deadly combination forces that turnover to jumpstart the break.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Brown. Pass to Claxton. Durant in the corner. 18 feet out. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, that is automatic. Durant, one of the better mid-range shooters in the game.
Passes to Zubac. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now, here is Irving. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Well, he does a lot of work on the perimeter, but don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
Harden finds Irving. Irving double team. Down low, Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Rondo on top, guarded by Harden. On the wing, Rondo can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was and that should...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Paul George really making a difference here.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in its small forward.
The wingspan and the timing that Kawhi Leonard has is really remarkable. He utilizes those strengths to dominate both ends of an NBA floor.
Leonard against Harden. On the wing, Irving. Stolen by Beverley. Morris inside. Here's George. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
On the wing, Harris. On the wing, Harden. He's covered by Leonard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Beverley kicks to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. Nets trail by 6. And here's Harden. Now the pass to Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
George against Irving. George passes to Leonard. George against Irving. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, I'd be aware of Paul George, especially when he's that close. How about that throwdown?
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Beverly against Irving. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his 3rd foul of the game. So for the Nets, Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. And then for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Cousins. Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for James Harden. Now Jackson. Paul George missing from long range. Hits the three-point bomb.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
To the inside, it's stolen by Morris. Puts it up from 7, and it's finished off by Batum. Batum's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
To stop the run, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, he's professional in everything that he does. Durant recognizes that opportunity and turns pro.
George against Green. From deep three-point range, and it's George missing. Nets trail by 9.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Here's Morris. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Morris with the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 9.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Brown drives in. He kicks to Green. 6 to shoot. Inside. They get a hand on it. Fades. Again, Durant missing. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the 2nd half.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
The Nets have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. 36 seconds left in the 3rd. Pass to Claxton. Back to Durant. Shoots over Batum. And it's off the back rim. No good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
George with no one around. Off target from outside. Durant with it. Pass to Claxton. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Clippers on top. They finish off. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played, but don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the small forward spot. So that's the Nets 5.
And what we know about Cousins is he's a competitor. And I think he just relishes the opportunity every night to get out there and show what he's capable of doing. And I think a lot of people have been rooting for him more so in the past couple years than when he first came into the league.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, there is continuous energy in DeAndre Jordan's play, really hustling on both ends and influencing those plays with that activity.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Cousins, the pass to Mann. Off target with his 3. Nets trail by 9. Down low. Stolen by Beverly. It's deflected. Ahead. Pull-up jumper. Here's Leonard. Good. Nice job down low.
I just feel like Patrick Beverly has incredible awareness for every second that he plays on the floor. Spots the wide open man, gets it to him.
Harden kicks to Griffin. Jordan inside. Leonard's there. Harden, no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And that one's good. Leonard.
Now, you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him.
Leonard against Harden. And the Nets miss again. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Rondo passes to Beverly. Back to Rondo. Kicks to Beverly. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Just 5 to shoot. Rondo gets the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 15.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Count it.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Jeff Green is checked in for Blake Griffin. And a switch here also for the Clippers. George is checked in for Patrick Beverly. George against Irving. And that one's good. George.
Well, Paul George has definitely garnered some strength through the years now, and he's developed that over time in the offseason, being diligent with his work ethic and gets through contact on that play.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Clippers on defense. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Morris outside, and there's the call on Durant. That is his 1st foul of the game. Outside, George buries the long-range jumper. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Cousins. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Paul George.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's Rondo. Feeds it to Cousins. Back to Rondo. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Irving. That one drops for him.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
30 seconds left in the fourth. George looking around. Passes it to Rondo. From deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. Outside Irving. And here's Harris from the arc. He can't get it to go. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. Earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt that, and they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris. Then there's Griffin. And it's Jordan in at the center position. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center. Now, here is Irving. To the paint, taken away by Holiday.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low.
Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He's an explosive, athletic guard. And I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
Here's Irving. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Passes it to DiVincenzo. Back to Holiday. Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by Griffin. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And with each season, Antetokounmpo continues to polish up his post game. He's got such a nice high release on the shot, and at his size, virtually impossible to block it.
Now here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Antetokounmpo following the bucket by the Nets.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake.
Milwaukee shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Harris outside. Nets passing it around. Holiday against Irving from 13. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
There's the pass to Middleton. There's the three. And the Bucks miss again. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Harden has a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Jordan kicks to Harden. And the shot is long.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Holiday surveying the floor. Middleton can't get it to go. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Trailing by 2.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. The Nets also changing it up. Jeff Green is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Durant comes in for Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Irving with a clean look. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Middleton the pass to Portis. Irving with the steal. Now it's Griffin running. Here he goes, sailing in. And it's all evened up.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
2 on none. No one back to stop this. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Both teams will make substitutions. The Nets with the lead. 34 seconds left in the first.
Come on, box it out, man.
Left side Durant lets it go from 14. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field.
Boy, Tucker ever unselfish in how he goes about his game. Nice job finding his teammate there.
Brown finds KD. Fades back. Up again. Tie game in Milwaukee. And we'll be back in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Brown. Green is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Throws it up high.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
Brown feeling it out a bit. It's Harden with...
Are you kidding me? Nasty. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Brown dishes to Harden. Back to Brown. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. The high post shot. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Harden's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Got a piece of it. Here's Claxton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And he comes up with the deuce. Harden's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Boy, so crafty a player is James Harden. I mean, when he gets inside, he finds all kinds of ways and manner in which to score.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. Harden up top. Teague covering. It's stolen by Teague. Goes up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And, guys, the defensive Teague is underrated. Excellent instincts. And he takes reasonable chances on defense.
Now, here is Harden. 6 points for him. Pass to Irving. The three. His 4th shot. His 4th miss. Still looking for his touch tonight. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
Now, here is Harden. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Harden the pass to Jordan. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Big boy muscle that time by DeAndre Jordan was not going to be stopped. Got the hoop, +1.
Bucks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And Holiday kicks to Middleton. This one for 3. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Shoots from the line. Out to Harris. Fires the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. There's a minute left to play here in the half. Knocks it loose. Here's DiVincenzo. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Harden against DiVincenzo. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Griffin against Giannis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And really, Antetokounmpo never stops attacking. I mean, he's always in attack mode. He really forces the defense's hand. He keeps pressure on them at all times.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Now Kevin Durant. Fires for 3. No good that time. The Bucks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. The first free throw is good.
Nice looking set shot for Lopez. He can stretch the floor just about to the 3-point line.
Brook Lopez hits them both.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
And thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Now here's Middleton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Outside Holiday. Pass to Middleton. Tries it from the top of the key. Rebounded by the Nets.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now, here is Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Irving's got his first points of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Harden against Holiday. It's Middleton at the elbow. Lays it up and banks it in. Middleton's got his first basket.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Irving dishes to Harden.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
Now, here is Irving. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Nets trail by 3. And here's Harris from the arc. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. The Bucks making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
Focus, intense focus. Durant has bundles of it. Once he catches the rock, the first thing on his mind is let it go.
Here is Forbes. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That one goes. Count it. Forbes has got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Brown the pass to Green. Now here's Brown, guarded by Tucker. Down low. Here's Claxton. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Mora, the pass to Portis. Right wing. Here's Nora. And the 3 ball is good. Nora's got his first 3 points of the game.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Outside, KD. 18 feet out. That one wide left.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Here's Tucker. It's Portis atop the key. Here's Forbes. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Durant. Nets passing it around. Claxton. Tries yet again. And it's good on the way up.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Here is Forbes. To the inside. Round with it. Here's Green. Oh, close the buzzer-beating dunk. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And the replay center out in Secaucus delivering the footage.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Right back after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. Green is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. Bucks leading by 4. And here's Tucker. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
Harden surveying the D. And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Here's Teague. Pass to DiVincenzo. It's stolen by Green. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
I really appreciate how Harden handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
Outside Teague. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
And Brooklyn making a change here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Luwawu is checked in for Kevin Durant. And Irving subbed in for Joe Harris. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And the strength from the big man. Griffin just refusing to quit and muscling it in. Wow.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Now here's Teague. Loads it up for Giannis. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
We know DeAndre Jordan is a shot blocker, but that time he got out and got a steal on the defensive end.
Now Teague. Timeout called, the Bucks.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Harden outside. Inside. Jordan kicks to Harden. 4 on the shot clock. Lopez grabs the board.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think... Mercy, mercy me. Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
Moving against Howard. Puts it up from 12. That shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Middleton dishes to Holiday. Pass to Lopez. Over Irving. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Holiday. And it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
Big scores like that one are what you can count on from Lopez.
Pass to Irving. Takes the three. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. Jordan against Lopez. Harden the pass to Jordan. Let's go. Good D by Lopez.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
And on the way from Irving for three. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. A deep three from Irving. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Do not expect anything less from Irving. A clutch performer. He loves knocking down the big shots.
And Luwawu Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Back to Holiday. From deep three-point range. Got it.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. The Bucks are always hyped to play in front of their home crowd. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Beverly in at the 1. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Holiday gets the bucket. Hey, Steve, 2 defensive-minded teams in the building tonight. Both are good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
Here's Leonard. After Drew Holiday's score, no good with the elbow jumper.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The kick out to Lopez. Clock at 6. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Now, here is George. Here's Leonard. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Holiday with it. Leonard picks him up. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Middleton. Off the inbound. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Leonard. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Lopez against Cousins. Here's Morris. Outside, George. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Outside Holiday. Giannis right side. And there it is for him.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Over Middleton. Leonard, no luck.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. A different look for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And then for Los Angeles, Luke Kennard comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for George. Now here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
This is what they want to see. Portis finishing strong inside, making his presence felt.
Kennard, the pass to Zubac. Upside, Batum. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Connects from three-point range.
Always working to find open territory. Kennard's lethal in catch and shoot.
Here's Middleton. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Rondo. It's blocked.
Great size by Bobby Portis. Would love to see him block more shots, but he got all of that one.
Yep, that one goes in there.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And here's Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Jackson passes to Kennard. Outside for Jackson. Takes a 3. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Bucks leading by 3. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Tipped away. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
Misread each other on the pass. Tried to recover, but too late.
Jackson with it. Can't connect from short range. Stolen by Jackson. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Bucks lead. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. The pass to Zubac. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Here is Forbes.
Pick coming.
Right side, Portis. Tucker the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Jackson kicks to Zubac. Passes to man. Here's Kennard. The 3. It's rebounded by Portis.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And so Milwaukee again turning it over.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Now here is George. Oh my goodness!
Did you see
what a play?
Unbelievable. Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Here is Forbes to the inside, and Portis throws it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's George, and it's Connaughton with the rebound. Bucks leading by 5. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Giannis throws it down.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. A 3 from Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Antetokounmpo defending. Cousins controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
DeMarcus is an enforcer on the offensive end. He has all the tools to dominate night in and night out.
Now here is Holiday. Down low and stolen by Cousins. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Oh, Leonard in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. To the paint, here's Antetokounmpo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Giannis has got 4 this quarter. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game right now. The free throw drops for Leonard. 1:05 left here in the second. Holiday dishes to Middleton. Outside, Antetokounmpo. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Leonard, the pass to Rondo. Ring shot on the way. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
Middleton for 3. That one, no good. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 12-4 run. Man passes to Leonard.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Pass to Man. Up top, Leonard. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Comes up empty down low. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Locked down, Leonard, a smothering.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They didn't get more than a one-possession. And that should do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Donte DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And here are the Clippers now after the basket by Milwaukee. Right side, Leonard.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard, just taking what the defense gives him.
Now Holiday. Giannis outside. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Bounce pass from Beverly. Leonard against Lopez. And it's George finishing it off.
The trust George has built with his team, they know he'll finish strong if they feed him.
Holiday surveying the floor. Right side out of Kumbo. All sorts of time. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight. Outside, George. And George with the stuff.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee. It's a 1-point game. Outside, out of Kumbo. The kick out to Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
He's able to shift gears in an instant. Hard to stay in front of Holiday on the drive.
And here's George. He's got 8. He dishes it to Beverly. Pass to Cousins. Clock at 4. And there's the pass to George. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time. Costly.
A different look for Milwaukee. Portis comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. And Middleton kicks to Forbes. Beyond the arc. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Morris outside. Jackson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Here is Forbes. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Lopez kicks to DiVincenzo. Forbes the pass to Portis. Ball's knocked loose. For the lead, here's George. Good on the shot. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
The Clippers in the lead. In the corner, Kennard with it. Outside for George. For 3. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here is Forbes. He's looking for DiVincenzo and finds him. It's good.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
DiVincenzo against George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Brook Lopez.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Clippers shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here.
One of the more controversial players in the game. What's amazing through all the scrutiny is the consistency of Cousins' production.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Bucket is good. Cousins has got 5 now.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Teague feeling it out a bit. Passes it to Portis. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Outside Leonard. Puts up a 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Luke Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo, and it's man in at the 3. Here's Giannis. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Outside Holiday, and it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. On defense, the Clippers to the middle. Middleton the pass to Giannis. Here's Connaughton. Kennard covering. Just 3 to shoot. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut back down to 3 after the basket from Antetokounmpo.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Kennard's shot is off.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Batum attacking the dish to Leonard. And the shot goes down. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Middleton with it.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Batum passes to man. Back to Batum. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Kennard's shot is off.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. Now, Antetokounmpo defended by Batum.
You know, we always talk about what a...
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
Take a break. And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thanks so much, David.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here's Leonard. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here is Forbes, defended by Beverly.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And it's George finishing it off.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
Here is Forbes after the Clippers pick up 2. Antetokounmpo up top. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. From outside, off the mark. Clippers leading by 7. Outside for George. There's the 3. Giannis grabs the miss. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
And just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
And they go to the intentional foul. Beverly dishes to Cousins. Good on the bucket. And that's now 7 points here for Cousins.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Holiday against Leonard. Here's Antetokounmpo. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Leonard. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Holiday inside the line, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Pass to Beverly. DiVincenzo with it. George picks him up.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
From the top of the key, can't get it to fall. And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. It's Harden in at the point. And for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Harden against George. Stolen by Beverley. Pass to George. Outside Leonard. Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
4 on the clock. Harden the pass to Jordan. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Well, this is often how DeAndre Jordan gets his points in a set offense, off the roll.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Leonard. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it. So out of the gates, 3 for 3, exactly what they're looking for.
Harden with it. Kicks it to Griffin. Passes it to Irving. And the rejection by Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins proving you don't have to be a high flyer to block shots. That's about positioning and timing.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Leonard against Harden. Dishes it to Harris. Lets the three fly. Harden finds Jordan. No good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's George. And the rejection by Harden. Here's Irving. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Leonard against Harden. Outside Irving. No one near him. Morris with the rebound.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. And the layup falls. Leonard's got 8 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Nets trail by 8. Harden dishes to Irving. Back to Harden. Inside, here's Harris. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Boy, you love the willingness of Joe Harris to mix it up. There's a physicality to his game that might surprise you.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Luwawu is checked in for Irving. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Here's Jackson. And Batum kicks to Zubats. Rebounded by the Nets. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
And the shot goes in.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
There's 38 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Brown. And the pass to Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, you want to try to stay between Kevin Durant and the basket because he will throw it down if he gets near the cup.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. The three. They get the rebound.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Durant with a wide open look. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display.
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Luwawu in at the 2-guard spot. Nets trail by 5. No good there.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Pass to Kennard. Fires for 3. Rebound by Jeff Green.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Nails it from the high post. 6 points for Kevin Durant. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
That one good for 2. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Well, I think this is where they'd like to see Patrick Patterson be effective, get his points in tight, make nice, efficient moves to the rim.
Left side, KD. Pass to Claxton. It's hauled in by Zubac. Ball stolen. Another shot outside for Durant. And the wide open shot from Green. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Clippers leading by 3. Patterson passes to Zubac. Outside Rondo. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Patterson can't get it to go. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. LA has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. George against Irving. And he makes good on the layup. George has got 6 points.
Well, just solid work in the painted area. Paul George, quality look, excellent decision.
1:52 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Harden on the wing. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George with the ball.
Wow. That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
They throw good, Paul George. 1:36 left here in the second. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Trailing here by 8. Pass to Griffin. The dish to Irving. 5 on the clock. Out to Harris to end the run. Let's keep it alive. And he could not get that one to go. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Beverly finds Leonard. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Harden the pass to Irving, and it's sent back by Morris.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots. That's pretty.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And yes, it's good. Jordan's got his second basket of the night.
Kyrie Irving can be devastating in the pick and roll. The creativity and decision-making simply outstanding.
Here's Leonard, and the basket is good. Leonard's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And so it's Los Angeles.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 12. And that does it for our...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Cousins in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Irving, good.
How quickly Kyrie squares up so quickly after a dribble, even on pull-ups. That is difficult to guard.
And George kicks to Cousins. Back to George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint and stolen by Jordan. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. He dishes it to Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harris has got 5.
Well, you put it away inside. Harris known for his distance shooting, but you love to see him willing to get inside and make easy ones.
And there's the pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Hits it from 3-point range. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Leonard with the ball. Harris is there. And finished off by Leonard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard starting to percolate, guys. You may want to start checking this guy.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hands.
Nets trail by 10. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. A different look for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And taken away by Brown. Here's Luwawu. Makes it off the glass. Luwawu, who's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Left side, George. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, the efficiency with the mid-range game, Paul George has always possessed.
KD on the wing. Defended by George. Stolen by George. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Count it. And it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Brown feeling out a bit. And Durant, here we go. And KD throws it down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
And Cousins kicks to Jackson to the right side. Shot clock at 6. Here's George. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 10, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass. Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. And the first one drops.
And the former Hoya Green, a ranging forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
The Nets making a switch here. Luwalu's checked in. Pass to Kennard. Back to Rondo. Zubac's with it. Over Claxton. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Luwalu takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Back to Rondo. Outside for Batum. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Luwalu. Durant down low. And that one is good.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Yeah, Rondo just isn't afraid of getting hammered on the inside. Remarkable at getting under the skin of his opponents and forcing the issues.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Los Angeles on top, up by 5. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. We've got Irving. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in his point guard. And it's Irving missing. Los Angeles leading by 5. Now the Clippers moving it up. And he gets the bucket. George has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers.
Well, you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
Harden dishes to Irving. Back to Harden. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
To the left wing. Griffin kicks to Irving. Feeds it to Jordan. Back to Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside Leonard. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And here's Harden. Right side Irving. The tray. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Los Angeles. Durant's checked in for the Nets. Outside Leonard. And he banks in the layup. Leonard's got 22 points. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Here's Cousins. Here's Morris. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Morris has got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And here's Leonard from 3. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. A minute 42 left in the 4th quarter. Durant just inside the line. They can't stop the run with that one. Clippers leading by 18. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Morris. Oh, Leonard in position.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Leonard.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Morris passes to George. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Durant sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
Irving, good.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. George way outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
Patterson can't get it to go. So the Clippers with the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a...
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And don't let the high fashion fool you. These Brooklyn...
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And looking at the Nets, Harris is out there with Griffin. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Roaming the paint. Lopez, no luck. Deflects the pass. And it's Harris off the drive. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
Now here's Giannis. The shot will not fall. Jordan with some nice D. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Lobs it up for Jordan. Lopez with the steal. The shot by Middleton. Wide open. Drills the three-pointer.
Great quickness on the pull-up from Middleton, cashing in on that opportunity.
Harden dishes to Griffin. Now here's Irving. Pass to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
You know, flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Giannis. Takes it down to Middleton. Fires from deep. Blake Griffin pulls it in. And so Griffin will bring it up for Brooklyn. Irving finds Harden. The three-pointer, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken #1. Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Harden the pass to Irving. Back to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Holiday against Harden. Here's Giannis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
See the way Giannis kept going and kept his eye on the basket? That helped.
Harden kicks to Griffin. Back to Harden. Lopez with the block. Fast break, Milwaukee. Giannis, that's a two-pointer. And Giannis throws it down.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
Harden scanning the floor from 6 away. That one goes in. Harden's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Irving can't get it to go.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Holiday throws it down.
How about Drew rising up, getting to the rim? Love the power on that dunk, too.
Harden dishes to Irving. Back to Harden. There's a minute left in the first quarter. Misses from close range. And here we go. The Bucks running again. And good that time. He has 7.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The pass to Irving. A 3-ball. And again, it's the Nets missing. Bucks leading by 7. Middleton left side. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Floats one. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Middleton. They grab their own miss. And Giannis throws it down.
And that reach is just ridiculous. Giannis easily beating everybody to the ball and then sends it back.
The Bucks shooting their first free throw of the evening. That's good from Antetokounmpo. Nets trail by 10. Irving passes to KD. Looking to end the run. It doesn't go for him. Antetokounmpo. That's a 2-pointer. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks going into the break with a 10. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, they've got Portis. Antetokounmpo is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Forbes in at the 1. On its way from Irving for 2. The rebound by the Bucks.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Portis, the pass to Tucker. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
And here is Antetokounmpo following the 3-pointer by Kyrie Irving. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Here is Forbes following the bucket by the Nets. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. Luwawu is checked in for Brooklyn. And the Bucks making a change here. Tucker with the ball. KD's on him. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. 3 on the clock. Here's Portis. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Nets trail by 7. Lets it go from deep. But they get it back. He can't hit that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Tucker with the ball. KD's on him. Portis in the post. To the inside. Fader on the way. Teague with a clean look. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Claxton, no good. Bucks leading by 7. Here's Teague. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Here's Nora after Jeff Green's bucket. Nora, the pass to Tucker, down low. Nice move. Teague can't hit.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the outs, Greg, yeah, showing off the bunnies. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And the dunk to finish it off, a beauty.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Nets trail by 5. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's KD, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And yep, we thought we might see it, and the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Antetokounmpo, no good. Nets trail by 7.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Has this offense been running? I'm just getting tired of watching them.
And here is DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo inside.
Jordan continuing to bring all that he has on the defensive end of the floor. Shooters always leery about where DeAndre is on the defensive end of the floor.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, what's your... And that does it for our...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
That's fun to see the handles coming out there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, how do you stop a near 7-footer who's got some dribble skills like that?
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, It's his defense that's repeated.
Oh, the power on that. Prudent.
Unreal.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Over in the corner, onto the Kumbo. Back to Middleton. Griffin with the steal. Irving against DiVincenzo. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Kyrie Irving.
Nice mid-range, Jay. Automatic, it looks like, for Kyrie Irving right now.
Pass to Middleton. To the inside. Here's Giannis. And it's in off the backboard. Giannis has got 4 points in the quarter.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Back to Harden. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And the Bucks making a change here. Connaughton's checked in. Brooklyn shooting their first foul shot of the night.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Middleton on the wing, guarded by Jordan. And Middleton, the basket on the assist from Lopez. Middleton's got 9.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Irving surveying the floor. Harden dishes to Jordan. Outside for Griffin. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Durant's checked in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Pat Connaughton. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Harden outside. Passes it to Durant. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Portis. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 6-point game. And it's Green missing. The Bucks have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Brown outside. Banked in off the glass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Forbes the pass to Antetokounmpo. And here is Teague. It's Middleton at the elbow. Shot clock at 5. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Middleton's got 11.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Durant down low. Defended by Middleton.
Yeah, sure, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he's hitting 90% for his career from the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Milwaukee making a switch here. Good on the second free throw. 1:14 left in the third quarter. Teague against Harden. Teague drives in to the paint. Here's Portis. Back to Teague. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Joe Harris is checked in for Durant, and Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. The Bucks also with the sub. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Harden the pass to Irving. Back to Harden. The Nets working. Oh!
Yeah. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Bucks have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant comes in for Joe Harris. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Irving. And it's Brown in for James Harden. And they double up Brown. Jordan finds Green. No good with the triple.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, this team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Here's Jordan, and he slams it down right on top of Bobby Portis.
We have a lot of great jumpers in the league, but DJ makes a statement every time. Elbows above the rim that time.
And we've reached the end of the third. Bucks ahead, up by 9. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got P.J. Tucker, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Holiday. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Connaughton in at the 3 spot.
Griffin always plays hard in the paint. He knows he's going to have to stay gritty.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Both free throws good from Griffin. Bucks leading by 7. Teague surveying the D. Pass to Portis. Puts it up from 17. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
Harden outside. The 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. Durant's checked in for Blake Griffin. The Bucks shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Now Teague. Tucker the pass to Teague. Back to Tucker. Just 5 to shoot. The pass to Nora. This one for 3. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good from Connaughton. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Harden kicks to Jordan. It's stolen by Teague. Here's Connaughton, covered by Irving. Connaughton passes to Teague. Pass to Nora. Lets it go with a 3. And it's KD with the rebound.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
Drills it from outside. KD's got it back down to within single digits for Brooklyn. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And so they choose to intentionally foul. The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. Here is Harden. Passes it to Jordan. Back to Harden. Stolen by Middleton. Holiday against Irving. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And again, the Bucks miss.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Back to Harris. He dishes it to Jordan. Over in the corner, Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Harden against Holiday. Plays it up and banks it in.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. It's going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
On its way from Irving for two. Kicks it out to Harden. From deep. And the Nets another three.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Now we can talk about it over and over again. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Durant comes in for Green, and it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Harris. From deep, Harden. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. And it's Milwaukee's ball. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. For three, Middleton. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
For three. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
From deep three-point range, missed.
Kyrie more and more wants to take pride on the defensive end.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.